Picture yourself in the dimly lit cinema of 1974, surrounded by a hushed audience. The air is filled with anticipation, and the excitement is palpable. As the lights dim further, the massive screen before you flickers to life, casting a spell that would leave an indelible mark on your memory. It was your very first encounter with the seismic force that was the 1974 movie Earthquake. The memories of that fateful day in the theater are etched into the corners of your mind like a long-lost treasure map, waiting to be rediscovered. Perhaps it was the spine-tingling rumble of the quake that sent shivers down your spine, or the heart-pounding action sequences that kept you on the edge of your seat. Or maybe, just maybe, it was the all-star cast led by Charlton Heston and Ava Gardner that left an enduring imprint in the theater of your recollections. Now, let's journey beyond the realm of nostalgia and into the world of intriguing trivia. Earthquake, a disaster epic of epic proportions, was not merely a cinematic spectacle but a groundbreaking venture in itself. Did you know that the film featured Sensurround, a revolutionary audio technology that simulated the rumblings of an earthquake, leaving audiences trembling in their seats? The innovative use of Sensurround was, in many ways, as seismic as the movie's plotline. And speaking of plot lines, Earthquake dared to explore the intricate web of human emotions in the face of cataclysmic events. It delved into the heart-wrenching choices and heroic sacrifices, reminding us that even amidst nature's fury, the human spirit can rise above. So, as we unearth these remarkable nuggets of cinematic history, let's not forget that first encounter in that dimly lit theater, where Earthquake forever changed the way we experience disaster on the silver screen. The 1974 movie Earthquake is a disaster film that emerged during the golden era of disaster movies in the 1970s. Directed by Mark Robson and produced by Irwin Allen, it capitalized on the fascination with catastrophic events that gripped audiences at the time. The film is set in Los Angeles and follows a group of characters as they face the chaos and destruction caused by a massive earthquake. The star-studded cast includes Charlton Heston, Ava Gardner, George Kennedy, and Lorne Greene, among others. Earthquake is notable for its groundbreaking Sensurround technology, which enhanced the earthquake scenes with powerful low-frequency audio vibrations, immersing the audience in the disaster. The film's iconic sequences and special effects left a lasting impact, influencing the disaster movie genre and inspiring future filmmakers to push the boundaries of cinematic technology. Although it didn't receive critical acclaim, Earthquake contributed to the 1970s disaster movie craze and remains a memorable example of the era's fascination with catastrophic scenarios. Its unique style, star-studded cast, and pioneering use of Sensurround cemented its place in cinematic history and popular culture. In the 1974 movie Earthquake, directed by Mark Robson, there's an interesting behind-the-scenes story involving Ava Gardner. She surprised director Mark Robson by insisting on doing her own stunt work. This included dodging heavy blocks of concrete and steel pipes. This level of commitment from Ava Gardner added authenticity to the film's action sequences and showcased her dedication to her role. As for the Sensurround gimmick used in the film, it caused some unexpected issues. The United Artists Theater in Chicago, Illinois, had to shut off the Sensurround speakers during a screening when small pieces of plaster from the ceiling fell on audience members. The same thing happened at the Bethany Theater in Phoenix, Arizona. Sensurround was a groundbreaking technology, but it had its challenges in maintaining the safety of the audience. From the start, Earthquake was designed to be an event film, with Sensurround being a central feature. However, it's intriguing to note that at one point, there was a serious consideration to drop chunks of polystyrene on the unsuspecting viewers during the earthquake scenes. This idea was eventually abandoned, but it shows the extent to which the filmmakers were willing to go to create an immersive experience. In conclusion, Earthquake was not just a disaster movie on screen, but had its share of real-life surprises and challenges during its production, from Ava Gardner's stunts to the unexpected consequences of the Sensurround technology. The 1974 movie Earthquake faced an interesting twist during its television premiere in 1976. NBC scheduled the 123-minute film to kick off their new series of big events. However, the theatrical version was too long to fit the 2-hour time slot with commercials. To make it work, NBC aired the film over 2 nights, 1 week apart. The problem was that the movie's original footage wasn't sufficient to fill these slots, so NBC approached Universal Studios to reinsert some unused material. Much of the discarded material centered around the Stewart and Remy Graff plotline, which involved an abortion, making it unsuitable for an 8 p.m. time slot. Consequently, only a few minutes of the original footage could be used, mostly an opening about the San Andreas Fault, and a short scene with Reb Brown and Victoria Principal. To resolve this, NBC received permission from Universal to create new sequences and integrate them into the theatrical version. This led to a new plotline involving a structural engineer husband and wife flying to Los Angeles, and original cast members were hired for additional scenes. Notably, Mark Robson, the director of the theatrical version, refused to direct the new scenes and petitioned the Directors Guild of America to distinguish his role. Editor Gene Palmer directed the new scenes but went uncredited. Various content edits were made, and the first night of the TV version ended in a cliffhanger format during the earthquake. This TV adaptation of Earthquake is a remarkable example of how a movie can undergo substantial changes to fit a different medium and time slot, all while dealing with sensitive content issues. The behind-the-scenes maneuvering and creative adjustments transformed the original film for network television. In the 1974 movie Earthquake, an unexpected crash took place during a motorcycle stunt. Motorcycle daredevil Miles Quad was supposed to perform a loop on the stunt track. However, the crash that occurred was not scripted. It was an actual spill taken by stuntman Bud Ekins. Remarkably, Ekins emerged from the incident without injury. The unplanned crash was so impressive that it made its way into the final cut of the film, adding an element of realism to the thrilling scenes. Ava Gardner's participation in the film was driven by a desire to spend the spring in Los Angeles that year. Her decision to appear in Earthquake was primarily motivated by the opportunity to enjoy the pleasant Los Angeles climate during that season. One remarkable aspect of Earthquake was the use of the Centuround system in theaters. This innovative technology was designed to immerse the audience in the film's earthquake sequences by producing low-frequency sound vibrations. However, it had unintended consequences. There were documented cases of audience members experiencing nosebleeds and even cracked ribs due to the intense physical sensations generated by the Centuround system. These intriguing details add depth to the behind-the-scenes and audience experience of the 1974 movie Earthquake. From unexpected stunts to Hollywood's allure and the impact of cutting-edge technology, the film had its share of remarkable moments. As we approach the finale of our journey through the cinematic Earthquake of 1974, I invite you to pause and reflect on the personal tremors it might have sent through your own life. The towering infernos of emotion, the aftershocks of suspense, and the epic groundswells of adventure that this film conjured, how did they resonate with your soul? Perhaps you vividly remember the heart-pounding scenes of chaos and destruction, or the memorable performances that brought this disaster epic to life. Did you find yourself rooting for Charlton Heston's Stuart Graff? Or maybe you were captivated by Ava Gardner's portrayal of Remy Royce Graff? Or was it the special effects, ahead of their time, that still reverberate in your memory? Take a moment to recall the thrill of the roller coaster ride that Earthquake offered, and consider the profound impact it had on you. Was it a catalyst for your fascination with disaster films, a catalyst for your love of filmmaking, or a shared experience that bonded you with friends and family? It's these personal connections that make Earthquake not just a movie, but a part of our lives. As we wrap up our exploration of this cinematic template, I encourage you to share your favorite memories, thoughts, or reflections on this iconic 1974 movie. Let's keep the conversation alive and let the echoes of your experiences resonate with others. Thank you for your time and interest in this journey through cinematic history.